Thanks for staying with us on this edition of Visions. We're excited on this segment to talk with Mr. Orlando Cannon, who is the owner of Cannon Janitorial Service. Mr. Cannon, thanks for coming to be with us again.
Thank you.
It's been a couple of months since we had a chance to talk to you.
Yes,
always
sir.
excited because you're always doing great work in the business community and the community at large.
Well, we try.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And so we thank you for sponsoring this segment also. And when we talk about the community, one of the things that happened when I came to your office the other day, I saw you had some chairs set up, and you said you were allowing some young men and women who are engaged in voter registration to come and have space to work.
Yes, we just trying to house them. They needed some space, so we gave them some space.
Okay.
Some free space.
All right, good. Well, that's the kind of person you are, making sure the community's taken care of.
Well, we just try to help. We try to help.
Okay. Well, one of the things that I also know that you did was you went to and were a part of the BBVA Compass Small Business Workshop, where we know that Bruce Crawford is the CEO.
Right.
And you're one of the sponsors of that event.
Yes, we just tried to help again.
Okay, all right. And so how did it go?
It went well. It went well. They just tried to set up some things so they could show them how to be able to get some money if they needed some. Mm-hmm. And hopefully it'll work, but you know, we all work out a different ball game. Some people have a little better credit, yeah, and they need to, you know, need some help to get some money. Yeah. So, you know, it's just about a kind of critiquing something toward that particular group of people that you're working with. Mm-hmm. And hopefully it'll work, but maybe they just need to reevaluate how to lend money.
Well, what would you say is so you've been in business working for yourself, you got, you know, 25, 30 employees. What would you say are some of the challenges that a small business owner, and in particular minority business owners, what are some of the challenges that they have on a daily, yearly basis? Well,
probably most so cash flow. Okay. You know, if somebody run an invoice past 30 days, it's pretty much hurt a small guy.
That's right.
And they just need some funds available to be able to use. Mm-hmm. Not a whole lot of money, and that's why I said probably they need to maybe look at another way of lending those group of people who need money. It's not a whole lot of money. Maybe do some kind of kitty where they'll put maybe $100,000 over here, and then the people who need to borrow out of that fund maybe have some skin in the game. And when I say skin in the game, maybe some type of savings account where maybe they need $2,000, but they got $500 in their savings. Right. So be able to borrow and pay that back and then move up. They maybe do some 90-day notes and that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But just like if you had some bad challenges at the bank and you wrote and your checking account got closed, they kind of got a second chance deal now. So you're going to have to make something outside the box, not a traditional lending system, to just challenge those group of,
give them opportunity.
Some people make some mistakes and have some setbacks, but just sometimes a little help, a little helping hand can change the whole game.
Well, financial education is a process, and so some of us got to catch up, and you know, some of us started fast, and some of us got to catch up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, you to catch up, it's difficult, but yeah. I mean, you got to have the discipline, and getting some help from some people. Yeah. That always helps.
Well, now you've been known for doing business in Montgomery, in this region. You tell me about going to Birmingham, Atlanta, Columbus. You told me you were in Jackson, Mississippi. You'll go wherever the business opportunity is, right?
When you're hungry.
You tell me you're in Prattville, you tell me you're everywhere.
When you're hungry, you got to go where you need to go.
Okay.
You know, you got people depending on you.
I understand. Well, I respect that, and we're just always excited about your diligence. One of the things that I think happened, the mayor was just here, and the city and the mayor recognized you for your service, just a few months ago for all the great work you've been doing in the community.
Oh, yeah. Well, we are always trying to help.
Okay.
That's the key.
Well, and one of the things that I also know about you is that you want to make sure that your mother is taken care of. And so one of the things that happened is you had the 100th birthday celebration of your mother?
Yeah, I love my mother.
Yeah. So we got a photo that we're going to go to show this party that you had, and you got the elected officials and the VIPs all there celebrating with you and your mother.
Yes, my mother said, how did you get all these important people here to my house? And I said, Mama, you're important.
Uh-huh.
So.
Oh, see, well, you got the Chairman Elton Dean there, and of course, our condolences to him in the passing of his wife recently.
Right.
And you got, and that's a tight shot of your mom. And so, did she enjoy everything?
Oh yeah, she loved it. She's a true honey.
Wow.
She's one of the oldest living graduates of Alabama State.
That is what you told me. That at 100 years old, she's one of the oldest living graduates of Alabama State University.
Right, and we had the president of Alabama State over there.
Dr. Ross was there to celebrate with you.
Right,
that is fantastic. And so your mom also got a proclamation.
Yes, from the city and the county.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
she did.
Wow.
She did.
Just recognizing her years of service. Now, I think you told me she was a school teacher.
Yeah, she was. About 36 years.
36 years in education.
Right. She preached education.
Wow.
Not so much degrees, but education.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Huh? Well, you can sometimes get your degrees that get in your way of your education. Because you might think you know it more than anything.
Then you really do.
Yeah, she made me know that.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
She said since you graduated from college don't mean you know everything.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Okay.
You know,
all right.
that.
Well, you know, when I come to your office, I see your son there too, and so he's working with you in the business.
Oh yeah, we got my son working. Hopefully he kind of can do what I do and let me do something else.
Okay. So you want him to pass down the legacy. Now, one of the other things I was surprised to hear you tell me is that your birthday and your mother's birthday are on the same day.
Yeah, I'm special.
And you said that's April 6th.
April 6th.
Wow.
Right.
So you guys been celebrating together for a long time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
great.
I done got a lot of education from her.
That is.
Not degrees.
Okay, understand. That is just really fantastic. And so, when you talk about being in business again as a smaller minority business, because you are an expert in this arena.
I don't know about that.
You know, you got a lot of people who have a vision, which is what this show is about. You know, they want to start something. You know, they want to be like Mr. Cannon. They want to do something similar. You know, when they are thinking about it, but they haven't acted on it, what is it that you believe they should do first?
Research whatever they're gonna do. See if they really can do it. But you never know till you try. So, you know, I'd say put in some sweat equity. Anytime you put some skin in the game, you got something to lose. So you put some effort in it.
How important is passion?
Oh, you got passion is way up there.
Wow.
You gotta have a lot of passion.
Really?
And discipline.
Uh-huh.
You gotta have passion, discipline. You got to want it. You got to have that it factor for it.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, and you got to have the skills and the ability.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
So
but
if
you got that can't quit, the skill will come. If you know, failing ain't no problem. You know, people fall down if you just don't get back up. That's the problem. You know, if you put your goals up where you can get them, you got to put them up high. So if you miss, you're all right still. So
when you are building your business and your clientele, I mean, what's the process for you for those people who are new to the game, as they say?
Well,
how do you grow? How have you grown your business?
I like relationship. I like to build a relationship with people. I'm not so keen in bidding on a lot of work, because when you bid, you're bidding against a whole lot of people. I want to say if you can treat somebody right, pretty much give people more than they pay for, they'll call you back. I get them all the time. I be at business too, don't get me wrong, but I try to build a relationship. And it's all about educating who you're dealing with. You know, once you can get in a deal, just say for instance, John Foshee, a friend of mine that we did work for downtown. Once I got to know him, I sat down with him and talked to him. I said, we need to get from this bidding things. I know you got a bid, but you got some numbers already calculated in here. We'll do it for what you got in it, as long as you continue to give us work. So it's all about educating the other person that you're dealing with also. So that's what we try to do. We try to not only get the work, do the best job possible, but educate the guy who we doing work for so we can get repeat business.
What's the importance of meeting the deadlines that's been prescribed?
Well, you want to try to be on top of the deadline. I mean, that's going to get you to repeat business, especially if you can deliver. That's the key. You're going to be able to deliver because, I mean, it costing everybody if you're not able to deliver. So you want to meet all deadlines. Try to be early.
And so when you're growing the business, for example, how do you, when you tell me you go to Columbus or you tell me you go to Jackson, are you saying these are relationships that you've developed and cultivated that feed you information to know where to go?
Yeah, because whoever I'm doing the work for already probably done did work for them somewhere else. They just happen to have a job there now.
Okay.
So it just kind of carry over. I mean, what we do, I can do it in New York City from here if we got the business. It's the same thing like McDonald's cooking a hamburger in New York and cooking one in Selma, Alabama. It's the same setup once you get it down.
Okay.
It's kind of like if you've been a millionaire one time, you can be a millionaire again.
Okay.
You can lose it all. But it just depends on what you become when you get the money.
Okay.
So you got to be a millionaire first before you get money to be a millionaire. So you got to already have the mindset of being a millionaire.
Well, that's one of the things I hear you say all the time is mindset.
Yeah.
How important is mindset?
Oh yeah, you got to sell yourself every day. I sell myself on being the best person I can and to help somebody else. If you give a person, give people everything that they want, you can get everything you want. Is if you put other people first.
Well, when you talk about keeping your mind renewed, when I talk to you, you tell me that you watch a lot of videos, you listen to a lot of audio.
Oh yeah.
So that you can keep your mindset good.
Yeah, I listen to Les Brown, Dr. Dennis Kimbrough, Zig Ziglar, Brian Tracy, you name it, I listen to it. And it's all about selling yourself and believing in yourself.
That's
So
good.
if you can kind of inort your mind with that kind of information all the time, there's nothing wrong with listening to rap and all that because there's some stuff you can learn out of that also. Don't get me wrong. But if you continue to work on your mind that way, I think you'll get ahead. And if we all, I know you had the mayor on earlier and we was talking about education and stuff, but if we all start kids off at a young age with what they should do with their first dollar. If I gave a kid $1 and you ask him what he's gonna do with it, and he said, well, I'm going to the store and I'm gonna spend it all, you got to correct
Hold
him.
that, because we gotta go. We're gonna let you tell that story next time. Thanks for coming, Mr. Cannon. I always do that to you. All right, that's gonna do it for us on this edition of Vision. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.